Let's face it, stuff happens. Life gets messy. Disasters can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone.
No one can control when or where a disaster will strike. What we can control is how we deal with disaster, and the best way to deal with disaster safely is to be prepared.
Are you prepared for a disaster? Do you or does someone in your family have a disability? Have you planned ways to keep all of your family members safe during a disaster?
Taking just 2 basic steps, making an emergency kit
And an emergency plan.
will help keep your family safe.
An emergency kit is not a shoebox filled with candy bars and video games, although that would be sweet. Instead, it's a container, like a large plastic box or backpack that contains things you and your family will need in a disaster.
An emergency kit contains things you can't live without. It should also contain things that will make your life and your family's life more comfortable for a few days during a disaster.
Here's a list of suggested items for a basic emergency kit.
A small first aid kit, trail mix or granola bars, and water, even tap water stored in milk jugs. You'll need enough to last everyone 3 days. A flashlight, a battery-powered radio, and batteries for both. For personal use, handkerchiefs to keep dust out of your mouth and nose, washcloths or moist towelettes for washing, toilet paper, toothpaste, and toothbrush for everyone.
In addition, remember to pack a copy of family contact information, plastic grocery or garbage bag, matches or a lighter, enough food and water for pets, a change of clothes, and a small activity, maybe a deck of cards and coloring books and crayons for young children.
Keep these items in your emergency kit at all times, and make sure that everyone in your family knows where the kit is stored.
If you do need to evacuate your home, make sure all adults grab the following items before leaving.
Their purse or wallet, their driver's license or other identification, their health insurance, Medicaid and Medicare cards, their medications, and their cell phone.
And don't forget the phone charger.
And remember, people with a disability may need extra items in their emergency kit. Think about whether you or anyone else in your family might need an extra wheelchair battery, an extra communication device, extra hearing aids or batteries, contact information for support staff or a job coach, or any other disability-related items. The emergency kit we just discussed goes hand in hand with an emergency plan. An emergency plan helps you and your family survive a disaster in as much safety and comfort as possible.
Making an emergency plan starts with just talking to your family. Discuss the type of disasters that might happen in your area. Talk about how each disaster might affect you all. Here are some things to talk about.
If the people in your family happen to be scattered when a disaster occurs, what will be the best meeting place for you all? Where is the nearest shelter? What are the escape routes, especially if a road is closed?
If you need to go to a shelter, what will you do to keep your pets safe? Who is your contact person outside of the disaster area? What is that person's phone number? If you need to go to a shelter, what things should you do to keep your home safe, such as turning off the water or the gas?
People with a disability may need special items included in their emergency plan. For example,
what transportation will be available to you or your family member with a disability?
How can you make sure that a person with a disability knows there's an emergency?
If there's a service animal, how will you keep it safe? And make sure that it can stay with the person who needs it.
When your plan is complete, keep it handy and give a copy to everyone in your home, your emergency contacts, and any caregivers.
Few things in life are really one size fits all. An emergency kit and emergency plan are no exceptions. Every family's kit and plan will be different and should meet their needs.
You know your family. You know what is needed to keep everyone safe, and you know the special needs of family members who have a disability. Remember, life gets messy, disasters will strike. Are you prepared?